Wondering how to send free messenger messages broadcasted to your whole list legally without getting blocked from Facebook? We gotta use OTNs. So in this video, I'm gonna go inside Manychat and show you how to use OTNs the right way so that you don't get blocked. But disclaimer here, things can change and sometimes the bot will block you anyway. So make sure that if you are not breaking the rules, you appeal that block. So let's get in now. Hi, and welcome to the Irresistible Marketing Lab YouTube channel. My name is Ana Andrea, and I will be your host. In this channel, you will learn how to create momentum in your business by designing virtual events with automated communication. You will also find tutorials on digital marketing strategies and my favorite tools so that you can make a bigger impact in this world. Let's get started. So, we're going to create a flow that is attached with a growth tool of a ref URL. Let's say that you have a funnel and you want to get people subscribed to notifications after they signed up for the webinar. And that could be attached to any button inside of your funnel. Okay, so we're going to create a new flow here on the top right hand side. We're going to click on the button. Then we're going to type in the name of it. Okay. And the starting step will be a URL. Okay, it's active. Okay, the link is already here. Now we're going to go to the first message. And we have to ask them for permission inside of the messenger bot. And they have to reply, comment, or react in order to get subscribed to your messenger bot. So we're going to achieve all of those goals in this flow. First, we're going to make sure we tag them correctly. The content type would be other because they're subscribing to here. Now, this content type tagging system is important that you pay attention to it because when you're sending the OTN, we're going to select a different option. Now, we're going to welcome the person to the bot and we're going to tell them to click on the button to get registered for notifications inside of the bot. We're going to add two different types of messages because the one-time notification cannot be edited like these types of text messages here. So first, we're going to give them a welcome and congratulate them for registering to the webinar. This is the example when somebody is registering through your funnel and they want to get registered to get notifications through Messenger when the webinar goes live. And then we're going to add the other notification so that they can get subscribed for the next webinar. Okay, so every time that you are going to have the webinar flow, they have to select the one-time notification message. If not, you cannot use it because each one-time notification message counts for one notification for that person on that topic. Okay, so let me write here the message, and this message is very clear of what they just registered on. So I congratulate them and I give them the title of the webinar again and the date and the time it's going to go live. Now, I have to add the one-time notification message here. To activate that, you should check the video here on the right or left corner where I teach you how to set that up. And all you got to do is go to your Facebook settings and your fan page and go to advanced messaging and connect it there. So the topic has to be what the message is going to be about when you broadcast it. And then I'm going to click enter. So it would be webinar reminder notification. And it's long because that way Facebook knows what the message is about as well. Now we're going to go to the settings to add the description of the one-time notification topic. Always do that. So we're going to describe the topic and say here, please. I'm going to remove the please because that's a lot of characters and we cannot send a lot of characters here. And I'm going to add a arrow. We tell people what to do, they will do it. Just got to make sure that we tell them. And we're going to click here where it says done. And this is how you create the one-time notification. And we're going to publish it. And now they are registered for the upcoming webinar. Now, if you want them to subscribe to the next webinar, what we can do is we can either add a message here a few minutes after the webinar. So let's say that when they receive the notify me message, we're going to add for the next webinar. So right now, we're not going to add it here, or we could add it here and say, actually, we could reply when they click on this button. And we're going to select the tag. We're going to say, yay, you are subscribed. And I can add a delay and then add another message and an OTN. So on the message, I would say something about next week's webinar as well. Add a few more than 3 seconds. I would say like 5 or 6. Say 5. And add another notify me message and add the topic of that day. So it would be webinar reminder, notification, and then I would change the name. I would say virtual events. I know it's very long, but the more specific you are, the better, especially if they're blocking you or they block you for some reason. You have a proof of for appealing that you were not going against any terms and conditions. So we click on done. And again, we send a message when they click on the notify me. But we're also, before we do that, we're going to add an action. So we add a tag so that we can also segment the people that already have registered to the next week's in case that you also ask for this on the message that you're going to send with the webinar previously. Okay, so we're going to add a tag, registered to OTN. Okay, and then we're going to connect the message here. And we're going to say select other as well and say, great, you will get notified for both. So I'm letting them know that they've been subscribed to both webinars this week's and next week's. And then I say be on the lookout for on Messenger inbox for notify me messages to be always on the loop. And I'm going to add an emoji, add emojis to make it fun. Okay, and then we're going to publish it. Okay, so that's an example of how we create one-time notifications to notify your leads through Messenger about you going live through webinars or for a masterclass or also for a virtual event. Now, how do we make sure these one-time notification messages are not flagged by the bots on Facebook that block? We're going to go to the settings on Manychat and check out the OTN topics. And we're going to add descriptions to those topics. So like this, if you see there, I'm creating a 90-day bot where they had to click on the notify me button 90 times to get them all. So I added descriptions to make sure that Facebook knows what the message is about. So here is the 2 reminders that we created on this flow. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the little pen, and it says webinar reminder notification. We're going to copy. We're going to copy this, and we're going to say, make sure you add a description just to cover all your bases. And then we're going to click on edit, and that's how it gets updated. You do the same for the other topics and for every single topic. So in this case, I changed the description with other words. So it says user registered to receive reminder notifications about the webinar 5-minute successful virtual events going live so they do not miss it. And we're going to click on edit. This is how we create the description for the one-time notifications we made on the flow. Now, how do we send this message? How do we program it? Okay, so we're in the broadcast section, and we're going to go here to new broadcast. In this case, we're going to start the broadcast with Messenger. So we're going to click on Messenger. If you would have conditionings that for people that subscribe to SMS and email, you could totally use multiple channels. Now you need a pro account to be using SMS, email, or multiple channels. Then we're going to go to Messenger. The starting step, they already selected it. It's the first step for the broadcast. Now here in the message, we're going to click here on the content type for the tags, the different option, which would be the one-time notification. So we're going to look for that tag. We're going to go here and scroll down where it says one-time notification topics. And we're going to look for the one-time notification of the message that we're going to send right now. So we're going to look for it, and since it's with W, it starts at the end. So webinar reminder, here it is. Okay. Remember, we can use one topic for the same user only once, and that topic has a life shelf of 12 months. So you don't have to use it right now. But in this case, since we're doing weekly messages, in this example, you would have to use it weekly, right? So one topic each week. Now here, we're going to let them know that the webinar is going live and the link where they can access it. Okay, so you create the message and make it short and sweet. You don't have to send more. You can't send other options anyways. You can only send one message here. And then when they engage, you can send whatever you want because you've opened the 24-hour window again. So I created this button where it says join us, tap here now. And then we're going to click on open website, and we're going to add the Zoom link, whatever the link is, for them to access the webinar software that you're using. So we're going to click here on done. It mentions the words that are on the topic here. So we go to next, and then we select non-promotional or mixed content message tags apply. So we're going to click here. And then on the targeting, we're going to add a condition that says one-time notification. And then we're going to look for the one-time notification. And of course, it says 0, and I can't send it right now because this is an example. And we can schedule it here for later. So I said it was going to be October 28th at 1 p.m. Eastern. That would be 11 a.m. my time. And that way we can automate the one-time notifications going out. So then we would click on the blue button that says schedule message because people have subscribed. So until the first person hasn't subscribed, you cannot schedule the message. So you can auto subscribe, and that way that you can schedule the messages beforehand. Now, what we would do for the next week is the same. We would create a broadcast with the information from that week webinar that goes with the topic, and then select the right tag here on the content type and on the conditioning on the targeting here as well. Okay, so that is how you set up the right way the one-time notifications. And so you can send broadcasts of your webinars through Messenger after the 24-hour rule and following all the terms and conditions. So that's it for this video. I hope that you liked it. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you are on YouTube watching me. I will see you on the next episode. Thank you so much for being here. And remember that you have the power to become an irresistible leader online. I'll see you. Bye-bye.